Fuck. I'm sorry. Honestly, I'm overreacting there. So yeah, I'm finally finished with the 50 Shades trilogy. Didn't really need that many, but hey, we got three movies, and this latest one is 50 Shades Freed, and I mean it's bad. Gotta be honest. After you've seen one, you've kind of seen them all. I mean, I will say this much: it there are some crazier parts as the movies go along, but it's not enough to make it something where I'd recommend watching it just for laughs. I mean, this new one, I mean, it takes almost an hour before uh, anything really starts to happen. I mean, there's a bit where like the boss from the last one. I'm sorry, I can't keep remembering what goes on in this. Tries you know killing Anna, and I'm just like, okay, so this is going. No, he's caught and you know remains in court or something for like a good chunk of the movie, and that plot thread kind of disappears until it suddenly reminds itself that it needs a climax. So you know what? I'm getting ahead of this. So 50 Shades Freed, the latest and final installment of the 50 Shades trilogy, which is a trilogy about a woman named Anna Steele who falls in love with this BDSM loving millionaire, billionaire, whatever, named Christian Grey, who I don't know if we ever actually learn what the hell he does in his job. I mean, I know he does something with business. I mean, he's business rich guy, dude, but don't know what exactly. And yeah, I honestly gotta be honest. I can't say much beyond that. In this one, it opens up with them being married, which is what the last one I remember ending off with a proposal. So you think like, okay, so this one's gonna deal with the marriage, except that's out of the way within the first 3 minutes of the movie. So here's a bunch of weird stuff. I mean, there's a few lines or moments here or there where it's like, oh, Christian is still jealous or whatever of Anna doing shit. I don't know. I mean, I know early on they're like in some beach or something, and she goes topless, and Christian is all like, "Oh, cover yourself up," and she's just saying, there's boobs all over the place. It's boob town, and I'm barely paraphrasing that. She actually does say boob town, and I'm just sitting here laughing. I'm like, oh, okay, is this I don't know where I'm going with this, but okay. And the rest of the movie just chugs along. I mean, you get moments of Anna being jealous of something that's going on. Like, I don't know, man. This was in the trailer, so whatever. And it's all stupid and boring. Some of it is kind of laugh out loud stuff. I mean, once we get into like an hour and 10 minutes, I think is what I saw. It's funny when it gets real. Like, oh yeah, Anna is now pregnant, so that's what we'll be dealing with in the remaining 40 minutes or so. Uh, she's all going talking about how she's gonna have a child. Christian is freaking out because he's like, "Oh, I'm not ready to be a dad." And then out of nowhere, the boss from the last movie comes back into the picture, and once again, tries doing shit. I think he kidnaps the sister of Christian. I think that was the relationship between the two. Like I said, I gotta be honest. At a certain point, I just don't care what's going on, and it's largely because so much of this is just so damn stupid and boring and pointless. I mean, like I said, it takes about an hour for shit to even actually start happening because throughout so much of that first hour, it's just, oh, I didn't like that you rebelled against me a little bit, Anna. Well, I don't like that you're trying to control me. All right, let's fuck for a few minutes, and it's an R-rated movie, so it's not going to be too hardcore, but it's trying to be all hardcore. That's honestly the biggest problem I have with these movies, is that they're clearly trying to be, these high production porn flicks, but without that, X rating or whatever, because they're restricted because it's in a theater, it is toned down. So it's like a classy porno, except no one's really ever wanted a classy porno. I mean, there are some movies out there that are kind of follow that same thing, that are a little bit more interesting, just because they, for starters, they have better writing. Like if you saw uh, the biopic on the guy who created Wonder Woman, that movie can get pretty steamy at times. Like, I'm not even gonna be bullshitting you on that. Like, it at times tackles the whole BDSM, because the creator of that thing was big on BDSM. I mean, if you read the early comics of Wonder Woman, you'll believe me. But they actually do take advantage of that, and they make an interesting story out of it that can occasionally feel hot. Uh, of course, you wouldn't watch it over porn, like if you were into that kind of stuff. But at the very least, you're getting a good movie that will make you feel a little, turned on if you need that. 50 Shades is the bad version of that. It's just trying to be, sexy, smutty, and all that, but it's too classy, too toned down, and it just doesn't do it. I mean, it'd be one thing if, again, it was interesting, but nothing really happens for about an hour, and this is true for all three of the movies. It's just that this one goes really off the rails with suddenly a kidnap plot, and it's like an action movie. You got, like, for the last 30 minutes, I just could not believe what I was looking at, and I was just laughing, because, I mean, what can you do? The whole thing is just a good, you know, it's just a wild kidnapping heist movie, and we got the boss beating the crap out of Anna, who's pregnant at this point. So you're kind of like, oh shit, they're beating the crap out of this pregnant woman. But it's also kind of funny because you're realizing, like, wait, how did we get here? No, 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 seriously, how did we get to this crazy thing? And I don't know, it's just too crazy. I mean, again, I wouldn't recommend it. It's bad. I understand that a lot of women like it, and look, I'm not even gonna trash it in that regard. If this gets you off, if this is your thing, fine, enjoy it. I'm not gonna stop you from doing that, but just know I don't get it. I'm not gonna go around marching, demanding people erase this from their libraries or anything like that. Like I said, it's if someone likes it, it's cool, whatever. I don't care. I like stuff that's pretty bad and under most people's taste. So what do I care if people like this stuff? I'm just generally, I don't get the appeal. So I don't know, if you are expecting me to be more mad. I mean, I gotta be honest with you. After three of these, you just kind of get numb to it. So I can't find the energy to get super mad about cheap, wannabe classy porn. There's nothing to be mad about that. Even if it's boring within the first hour. I've seen a lot of movies that are boring for a lot longer. I mean, at the very least, this one gets incredibly weird within its last half hour in terms of taking a sharp turn into a freaking heist, kidnapping movie, a freaking thriller kind of thing. So yeah, I'm not mad. It's just a boring, awful piece of shit. It's definitely one of the worst movies of 2018. I'm not gonna kid you there, but at this point, it's just, I'm so dull. The blade on this is just so dull. It can't cut me any more than it did when I first saw it. Back in the original January suck. There's just nothing to it that makes me that mad anymore. It's just boring with occasional laugh out loud, awkward choices in story development. So, yeah. Next movie.